So it's April 1st, and no, this is not an April 1st joke, although the joke is on me because last Friday, a week ago yesterday, I shot a little 30-second or more video of, party hard, it's April 1st, and it snowed, I was going to pull a joke on everybody, and the joke ends up, it's on me. But what we were supposed to get about triple this much snow, and most of it melted on contacts. I was lucky. I won't be doing any more than I have to today. It's supposed to go up to about plus 10 tomorrow with sun, so most of this is going to melt before Monday, Saturday, so we've got 2 days for it to melt. But I'm here, I'm not off today, so the joke is definitely on me, big time. Should have never done that. By the time I got about 20 seconds into that video, I didn't think it was very funny, so I actually stopped it short of finishing it, and I never really intended to put it on anything, but because I put it up there, I think that joke's on me. There's just enough that I have to be here, but look, it's melted quite a bit. I don't know if I'll have to do everything, but I'll just kind of run through everything and make sure it's okay. I know central US was supposed to get a really big amount of snow. Maybe they got the same thing, wet, melted. I don't know. It certainly is a wet, heavy snow. Forecast for tomorrow is like plus 10, sunny, and but that's it's about 52 Fahrenheit, I guess, 52, pretty warm. What if they're wrong? That could be an inaccurate forecast. Everything's been inaccurate up till now, so I might be better off just to do everything today. So that might be what I'll do. Just plow everything. I know some stuff will melt tomorrow, but there's just enough here that what if it doesn't? It's supposed to be below zero tonight, below freezing, which means whatever stays at the end of this day will still be here tomorrow morning. There, I tucked some snow in underneath the tractor. That'll definitely melt. You know, the snow continuing late in the season like this is pretty late for us. It just means I don't have enough time to do everything now. We got all the salt boxes to put away, our grass cutting equipment to get out and get tuned up, fixed. A few things need to be repaired, and then we've got all our broken snowplow equipment. Everything overlaps at this time of year. It's kind of like, and I'm running around doing estimates. And it was raining, and it was kind of hard to do anything this week. It rained all day one day, so I couldn't do my welding. Can't do it in the rain. I'm planning on doing it outside because I'm going to borrow a welder at this site from a guy, and I can't work inside the building. I got to work outside. So that's my plan. Get there. I ended up taking a few days out. Yesterday I was supposed to be plowing snow all day. The forecast was for snow all day yesterday. Started really early, and I ended up going into the shop, filling up the salter, and then I was about to head out to the sites that I had to check, and didn't start snowing until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the hour. So I went back home, had a second breakfast, bacon and egg breakfast, and had a nap. So that was really unusual. Don't usually get to be rested up like that. So, I mean, I was up at 4:30 in the mornings, and 10 o'clock in the morning is like lunchtime for me. And yeah, so that's what happened. It's pretty unusual. See, they got a little Kubota RTV. You'll never believe what that thing costs. $40,000 for that, one of those units. And that plow, I think, is like $5,000-$6,000. And they don't even know how to plow snow. I told them, don't plow any snow on this site with that machine, because they make a mess. They leave little strips of snow all over that are not, they don't clean up enough, and then people drive on it and it turns into ice. So I told them, either don't plow, because this is my site, I do the snow removal, or if you do plow any snow, it better be in areas I don't have to do. Or I haven't done yet. If they're using it before I get to it, I have no problem with that, because I will come back and clean up what they didn't do right. So. But if they're doing stuff, what they were doing was cleaning the spot they parked there and pushing it across the road, leaving little stripes of snow all over the place. And then the cars would drive on it, turn into ice, and then the next day I'd get a call, there's ice all over the road. So when you do snow removal, you got to clean every little bit of snow up. You can't leave snow all over. Parking lot won't take long. Yesterday I was out at 2 days ago. 2 days ago I was at a sugar shack. Tapped about 100 trees. Buddy of mine, he's got a really nice evaporator. Making maple syrup. Like a bunch of guys standing around an evaporator drinking beer and chit chat. It's like felt like winter was done, but here we are. clamp it tight enough. Oh well. Okay, let's try that again. I got to clamp really tight now. I was lucky I didn't drive over the camp. How did you like that angle? Okay, it got loose again. This is the most important thing I keep with me here is my agenda. It's the daily agenda. It's got all the months of the year, the dates. This is a small one. I don't really like this one. Someone gave me this one. Normally I have one this size, a full-size agenda. There's 2016, and I write down how many hours everybody worked, and who was at what building. I keep all kinds of information in these books, and I'll keep them for a couple of years, 4 or 5 years afterwards, so I can refer back to this for estimates. Go in there. It's not a payroll book, but you can get yourself out of a bit of trouble with a book like this. So, let's say the other day, LJ was on the sidewalk machine. That's life's journeyman. So he was out there plowing. This is a true story. And hit a piece of flashing or a window frame or a door frame or something. It was about 5-6 feet long. So we've got scaffolding going up and a piece of, I don't know what it was, something laying on the walkway of all places. And a little plow came along, little Kubota tractor, hit that, and the one end was pushing on the plow. It was underneath about 6 or 8 inches of snow. This end over here hit the scaffolding. Scaffolding moved. Top end of the scaffolding bumped the window flashing, which they were installing new windows and flashing, and damaged the window flashing. So I told the property manager, I said, I took a picture. I emailed him a picture of that piece of angle, that piece of whatever it was, window frame. I told him, I waited till he contacted me. He said, somebody tagged the scaffolding, and I said no. I just told him what happened, so I'm off the hook, but they wanted me to pay for a new flashing. I went and looked at the flashing. I didn't see any damage. The guy was just annoyed that happened, but it all happened in an instant. And keeping a logbook of what you've done and who's been at what site, it's got me out of trouble a few times. I know if it's John Smith, or you got his name in there, you got the hours he worked there, you've got whatever you want to write down. You can fill in as much detail as you want. A payroll book won't tell you where you were or what day you worked at what site. So keeping good records of, and you know, as far as estimating too, if you keep your good records of this, you know exactly how many hours you worked all winter, and how many people were out this site, and how many hours you worked, and I even put in how much salt is used at each site in my books. So that way I can keep track of how much salt is used there, because we've got multiple sites and not all the salt in the salt shed goes to one site. So you got to kind of budget amount for different amounts for each site. And the only way to do that is just keep good records. And at the end of the year, I can come up with a percentage of what we used for each site. It's kind of tedious to do all that, but it pays off. I only do it really, really detailed the first year or the second year of the contract, and then I can kind of average it out. I don't keep too detailed records, but I try to at least one of the 3. Usually it's a 3-year with some option years, and that way you can kind of go back, and it all comes down to a tremendous amount of number crunching when you estimate something like this site or any site. So the more numbers you can come up with, the more accurate your estimate can be, and you can justify what costs you have, and it's really hard to wrap your head around a big site and come up with a number of how much it's going to cost to do that. And I've never gone over that with any of my videos, but keeping a little 2017, this one will be replaced with a full-size book. I can't stand this book. An agenda will save you hours and hours and hours of frustration, and it could get you out of trouble. It worked for me. I've always had one of these. It goes back about 20 years. I've always had one of these books. And the more books you have, the better. The more data, the more information you keep on hand, the better. So there you go. That's the tip of the day. But I'm sure a lot of you guys know all this, but there's probably some people out there can't figure out what it costs to do a site, and this was a bad year, as we're over 300 centimeters now, which is 30 centimeters is a foot. It's exactly 12 inches of snow, so 300 is exactly 10 feet. And they will update these numbers next week, and I'll try and include details of how much precipitation we got throughout the winter, and namely mostly snow. But I'm gonna try and come up with a number for the freezing rain. I'll try and come up with a number for the freezing rain and any kind of rain, any kind of precipitation in the 3 months of the harshest part of the winter, December, January, February, so that I can actually come up with a total for the winter, and it'll help me understand how much work we really did, and what it should have cost. I think we're way under what we should have been paid to do this site and the other bunch of sites we have. But that's just the nature of the game. Some winters are hard and some winters aren't. This is the hardest winter we've had in 9 years. In 2008, we had a total of 418 centimeters. The record was 422 or 420, and we had 400 and something, 16 or 18 centimeters, which is, to me, was a new record, because the city has doubled in size since the old record was set in 1970-71, I believe. So, or 71-72. I think it's 70-71, doesn't really matter, but this city isn't a lot bigger than it was back then. And if we had over 300 centimeters this year, I'm rambling on now, but I hope you get the point. So that'll come up in an upcoming video. I'll just mention those numbers. I'll have it all written down and show it to you, and just briefly, you can pause it if you want to study those numbers, but I'm interested to know. And normally, on our old contract we had, April 1st was considered outside the snow season. It wasn't a winter season. And any snow we had, if we were over the 280 centimeters, I think it was, including the rain in November, no, not November, December, January, February. There was 3 months that rain was included. Whether it was liquid rain or freezing rain, it was included as snow. 1 millimeter of rain counted as a centimeter of snow. And so that if you look at the numbers, at 280, you get paid extra. 281 centimeters, you get paid extra that centimeter and every centimeter afterwards. And then on top of that, outside the winter season, you got paid extra again. So you got double extra pay if you went over that number. And it snowed in April. Had to snow in April. So interesting. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed all my videos over the winter. I've got quite a few of snow plowing videos now, and I've got a whole bunch of video I've never even put on YouTube. I may never put it up there, but anyway, it was an interesting winter. It's the first time I've ever videoed any snow plowing. I got a few little clips from other years, but nothing significant. So, hope you enjoyed all the videos, and thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Till next time.